every month we get a chance to sit down and talk to Mayor Tim Kelly. What's happening?
Trying to grind through this summer, but it's going, and it's blessedly cool out there for early August, so I'm enjoying it.
Summer's going by really, really fast. It really is.
Yeah.
Today is election day, and I know by the time we get this up and get it aired, a lot of folks have probably been out and already put their votes in, but the importance of voting is just important.
It's so important. I mean, there's been so much, dialogue, shall we say, to use a euphemistic term over the last couple of years, but none of it matters. It's all smoke and noise until you go and vote.
Got to do
whatever your feelings are about whatever it is that's bothering you. You got to show up and vote, or you really don't have the right to complain. So if you hear this before and the polls are still open, you hadn't voted for the love of Pete, go vote.
That's right. And every election, especially these. I mean, these local elections are very important.
Absolutely, they are. Yeah.
So got to get out and do it. All right, let's talk about Blue Cross Blue Shield. I know you got an announcement to make. What's over Riverfront?
Well, yeah. I mean, we have put together a real cast of characters to fund that thing so it doesn't all fall on the taxpayers. The states contributed. The feds have contributed. The city and the county have contributed, and now Blue Cross has come in with a $10 million gift.
Wow.
And which is really cool because it's going to include a lot of neat amenities, but a play space underneath the old Jotty Bridge. It's like a little sheltered space, and they got hoops drawn in there, and a little place to play soccer, and a place to play some pickleball. So. It's really cool. And, Blue Cross obviously shares the goal with us of getting people out in healthy places and healthy spaces because it improves your physical health, your mental health. So that's going to be a park. That park has not been very well loved or well used by residents in Chattanooga. But that's what we're trying to change here. It'll be a much more enjoyable place to spend time.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. Riverfront, that park, we encourage all of our listeners to go over and just partake in that because it's a great place to be.
Going to be a lot more shade, a lot more things to do, accessible playgrounds for kids. The Playcore, which is a Chattanooga company, really amazing. A lot of people don't realize they're here. Makes incredible playground equipment. They're donating a ton of equipment, and it's fully accessible. It's you go and play on that stuff, and you can't tell which equipment's for the disabled kids and the able kids. It's just all fun to play on, and there'll be a ton of that. I mean, it's really going to be something we can be proud of.
For those grandparents out there that are playground connoisseurs, I know a few of those.
Yeah. A good playground is a wonderful thing.
Yes, it is.
When you're trying to kill time and burn off energy for the toddlers.
There you go. There you go. Hey, who would have ever thought when we had Spain in here, they was going to go do what they did?
They did it, man. I mean, I look back at it now, and it just seems like a dream, but... to have them here and have them love it so much and do what they did and post all these wonderful things about Chattanooga. I mean, the stat that Stephanie gave me that really blew my mind was that the social media following, of the team, of the individual players of the team and the team itself is greater than the population of the United States.
Isn't that crazy?
And so, all those positive mentions of Chattanooga were worth, $100 million. Chattanooga is now a household name all across the world, but especially in Spain. And for them to win the whole thing and win it the right way, right? Win it with good sportsmanship and humility and hard work and respect. And, the other team didn't really conduct themselves very well. It was couldn't ask for much more.
I saw some great comments. They were saying, like, Chattanooga was a good luck charm and stuff like that, because they were here.
Yeah.
And they went and won the whole thing, which blew everybody's mind.
Maybe we'll figure out some way to get them back and honor them. Maybe they'll, again, it's 4 years till the next World Cup. So maybe we can get them back here and bring the trophy.
Now, that would be a big night.
It would be.
It would be. Hey, Rossville Boulevard, the Opportunity Zone, what is that going on?
A lot of us have been around here a long time. No, Rossville Boulevard kind of became a running joke. It's just a symbol for how Chattanooga's become kind of run down. And we really now have the opportunity to put a lot of focus and energy into Rossville Boulevard. It's got good bones, and it's a super important connector, and it's got good traffic volume, and we put a lot of time and energy and money into the neighborhoods on either side, into Alton Park and into East Lake. And so, this is going to be a really great concerted effort.
Yeah, glad to see that.
Yep. No, we're keep your eye on Rossville Boulevard.
Yeah, got to. I want to say this because we talked about it. This is dear to my heart. The stadium over there is doing extremely well. Mm-hmm. It has been great for the community, great for the city of Chattanooga as far as getting out and being able to have that that nightlife, that date night. I mean, whatever you want to do with it, man, that stadium will let you do it.
It's rocking. I mean, it's we had I'm not part of it anymore, but CFC had a soccer game in there on July 4th,
Yes,
and
they
that
did.
was the best attended game they had all year.
Yeah,
They put down turf and played there. But yeah, the games, if you hadn't been to one, man, the environment's just electric and it's so much fun. And they have collected just in the last 2 months, in sales tax alone, $400,000.
Yeah.
So way ahead of projections. I know there was a lot of hand wringing and moaning and about this is a bad investment and all this sort of thing. It's paying off very well for the taxpayers.
It's good that you mention that because it's not just the Lookouts, Chattanooga's team. But it's going to be for all kinds of things. I mean, events, concerts, all kinds of things.
All kinds of things. I guess there will be concerts there. Again, we've had one soccer game there. There's all kinds of stuff going on there because it's also a new note on the Riverwalk. So if you hadn't been on that section of the Riverwalk again, go check that out.
Yeah, got to do that.
Yeah.
Man, it's a beautiful stadium.
It really is.
If you haven't seen it, go down and see it.
I mean, I had a guy stop me the other day who was a Major League Baseball fan who moved here, I want to say from maybe Minneapolis, Twin Cities up there, and was like, it reminds me of being at a Major League Baseball game, in a way that I hadn't seen since I've been in Chattanooga.
You just got to go see it,
Yeah.
especially if you get those seats right behind home plate because you feel like you're right on the field.
Well, there's
really.
not a bad seat. I mean, there's a Rock City. No matter where you go around that stadium, you've got a great view
amazing.
and another little kind of cluster of benefits and different seating options. It just is amazing.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk a little bit about your recycling program. I know you wanted to mention that.
Well, we've done a couple of pilots because we want people to recycle. We're big fans of the circular economy and trying to reduce waste. And so we ended the composting program, at least curbside. Come in getting your food scraps, but you can continue to drop those off at the 5 major recycling centers around the city. We're continuing with the glass recycling in Highland Park through Brainerd Hills through the initial pilot program. So we're continuing to narrow down what makes sense and where within the confines of our budget. But again, if people are big into composting, they can still drop that off at the 5 major centers.
And they're there to use them.
For sure they are.
Got to use them, and recycling is important.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm told that all the time by my wife. It's important.
Your kids do remind you. Yeah.
All right, talk about the grant, the Bloomberg grant.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, again, this one is one we really try hard to make it sound sexy, but it's so important, and that is workforce development, which includes education in the normal ways that we think of education. But the way in which we're doing this with Hamilton County Schools is fundamentally changing. And this Bloomberg grant, it's up from like $9 to like $11.5 million specifically to create pathways towards the skilled trades, which is a big deal. I mean, next year, my numbers here, we'll have 1,160 trade jobs available locally next year alone. And these are good jobs. I mean, you come out of your training making 50, 60, 70 grand. And so listen, it's a huge opportunity for a lot of kids and young adults who may want to go back and retrain. So we're really leaning into this with the school system and with our working age school reform system. So these are really good jobs, and we want to make sure that this grant will really allow us to make sure more people can take advantage of them and get the training that they need through apprenticeships to learn how to do these things. Everything from electrical work to carpentry to.
I got a couple guys that are linemen.
Yeah, right.
They went to lineman school.
You got it.
Got that trade in.
You got it.
And
maybe making bank. Yeah.
He had a new truck the other day.
Exactly.
He drove up on me at practice. I was like, who are you?
Yeah.
But he was like, hey, man, this has been the best thing I've ever done.
And we just need more of those stories out there because, like you say, you talk to the guys who've done it, and they'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will. All right. The survey. You got a survey you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, this is important because we're working with Google on, AI's kind of gotten a bad name, for some good reasons, but there's some ways in which it can really help us do better government, get better feedback from people. We're really trying to change the way we do resident citizen engagement, right? Like hear from people about what they're doing. And everybody's had the experience of getting a survey and filling out a little bubble, and maybe you got 4 choices and none of them really are what you're trying to say. Well, this process is a long form process. You can just tell it.
Yeah.
And this part is like you got to type your answers, And then it takes it in and sorts it out and helps us kind of understand what people are trying to say.
Yeah.
The next phase coming up will be done just with video. You don't have to, you don't have to be proud of your writing abilities or whatever. You can do what we're doing right here, and it's going to take that information in and tell us what people are trying to say. So it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Google has an outfit called Jigsaw that we're partnering with, and Change.org to do this. This is a pilot program, but if you want to check it out, you can. And specifically, we're asking questions here about parks and about what we should do with parks. Do people want more parks, different parks, and transportation relative to CARTA? Again, nobody's super proud of our bus system right now, but we're trying to change it and change the way we think about public transportation generally, but we need to hear from people about that kind of thing. So cha.city/civic dialogue. I think if you go to cha.city, you should be able to see the link if you want to take the survey. I think we've got about 1,300 surveys in, but we want more. And then stay tuned for the next phase, because that'll give you the ability just to do this.
And we'll put that up on our website too, so people can see that.
Perfect.
And go to it. All right, one last thing. We're coming up on this new school year. Anything you want to say to teachers, faculty, students, parents? I mean, this is a big part of the year. This is a big time of the year.
Huge part of the year. And listen, again, I'm a big fan of everything that's happening with our school system and Dr. Robertson and all the efforts. I mean, education is a great equalizer. That's all I'd say. So, if you're a parent or a student, take it seriously. I mean, I don't mean you have to be serious. But I mean, you're not there because you have to be there. You're there because it'll change you for the better. And so lean into it, right? Take full advantage of it. It's about learning and learning the skills for the future to make you a better person and help you come out of there being able to be a productive citizen and make more money.
And the confidence it gives you is just amazing. We have a saying around here: knowledge is power.
You got it. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Mayor Tim Kelly. Well, thank you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Always.
One of my favorites right there, man.